Here's a poster of Uncle Sam going broke. America is going broke, and we are taking away the future economic security of our children and grandchildren and everyone listening. The national debt is racing toward $12 trillion and growing at rates that haven't been matched since World War II. It will double over the next 10 years. Maya McGuinness, president of the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, hit the nail on the head in this week's National Journal when she said, it's like a fiscal Jenga where people are piling on more and more debt, and finally something is going to cause it to collapse. But no one believes their thing is going to be the tipping point. Why is this Congress, Mr. Speaker, willing to keep piling on the debt? Why are we turning a blind eye toward our children and grandchildren? In 2009, ending September 30th, we registered a $1.4 trillion deficit. Red ink as far as the mind can see, and trillion-dollar debts deficit for as far as the eye can see. Medicare and Social Security add up to a massive $57 trillion in promises Uncle Sam has made but can't keep. Make no mistake, unsustainable spending has far-reaching implications for the United States. It touches every sector from health care and job creation and gives the foreign investors that hold America's debt more control. What's this administration doing? Is the Congress prepared to let America sink? How can this Congress stand by record joblessness almost reaching 10%? Does the Congress care? And our manufacturing base is crumbling. The state of the dollar is falling. Foreign lenders own nearly 40% of domestic economy, and China and Saudi Arabia have now become our bankers. If lawmakers in this body were serious about the debt and the deficit issues that Americans are increasingly worried about, Congress would have an honest conversation and do something about it. In June of 2006, they stood in the same place, spoke about the introduction of a bill called the SAFE Commission, explained that the country is having trouble. It's a bipartisan commission, puts every spending program on, comes back and requires, Mr. Speaker, the Congress to vote on it up or down. Congressman Cooper and I, in a bipartisan manner, have had this bill in now for 3 years. I have little faith that this Congress will act through regular order and tackle this enormous growing problem. It will take this approach. Instead of dealing with these issues, the Congress is ignoring it. And in closing, it reminds me of the Simon and Garfunkel song sang in Central Park called The Boxer. It says, man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. I would change the words to say, Congress hears only what it wants to hear and disregards the rest. And therefore, this Congress is allowing Uncle Sam to go broke. It's time for us to deal with it in a bipartisan way for the good of our children, for the good of our grandchildren, and for good for everyone that lives in this country. And yield back to balance my time.